If you find this video sometime later on the interwebs, I'm just doing some live fishing in the middle of winter in New Jersey, and it's the first time in my life where I'm going to try Simms waders and boots. Never had a pair of waders, so today is my first time. I usually just go in boots. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, Demon? I got good news, Demon. Check it out. I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever. I got waders. How do you say waders in Polish? Wadary or something like that, right? I have hope today. We're gonna start with the boring method. Once Thule Springs shows up, I'll use his stuff. Wow, let's see. Oh wow. So I bought these special boots for wading. They're made by Simms. Had to get them size higher than I usually do. Actually, a size and a half higher. There might be some fish here. Let's check. Bodere. Yep. Bodere. There you go. Well, now I can walk around like nobody's business. Check this out. The only problem is there's snow over there. Ah, that's a little sucky. I don't see any fish. But yeah, I bought a pair of nice wool socks. Yo, DCP, what's going on? I know, check it out, DCP. For the first time in my life, I have proper footwear and waders. I actually bought these on Black Friday. These are Simms. They were half off. Hey, what's going on, Jules? So these are Simms waders and Simms wading boots. And I also have a long wool socks. And I feel great. Like, I don't feel cold at all. I think this is what it's all about. I waited till I'm 41 to get a pair of waders. Hey, what's going on, Kelly Ruggs? Do I use polarized glasses? No. I usually use polarized glasses, but because I'm using Meta glasses, these are my glasses right now. I just hope the volume doesn't die. And I actually use the microphones from the glasses to talk to you. But usually I run polarized glasses. But I noticed that when I use Meta glasses, they're pretty old now. They're a year and a half old. You don't hear me breathing like a hog in my videos. Yeah. Hey, FNC, what's going on? Yeah, so like I said, today is a bit of a celebration for me. It's the first time in my adult life I bought a pair of used waders and I bought on Black Friday. I bought Simms wading boots. I think they were like $150. And for the first time in my life, I came prepared, at least with the boots. And we're just gonna cast. I'm gonna stand over here, and yeah, these. I'm just gonna cast over there, and I'm gonna let it drift. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Jafar Farid? Gilles, ça va, Gilles? All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be a little boring at first. If trout, so I got a bag of. Remember trout? I made a post today. So I got a bag of stuff that Trout Raiders sent me. But I'm gonna wait to use these. When he shows up, we'll use them. I got one of each. And DCP, I gotta give you some of these, man. Gilles, I can't give them to you in France. I might have to go see you. But if you don't know, Thule Trout Spring Raiders sent me a package, and I was just like amazed by how much stuff he sent me, and I just wanted to share some of it with DCP. All right, let's find. I'm gonna start with boring stuff. I'm gonna start with I've been using these. These are trout. What are they called? Power bait, power eggs, garlic flavor. I'm gonna cast it in, and then I'm gonna put my. I actually threw on 4-pound fluorocarbon line. Nice, FNC. Well, if you can check YouTube at work, you're doing it right. I think my last job, I was able to do that. for a little bit. I felt like I was, you know, not providing the best service to the people that were paying me. All right, hold on. I said on the last stream I was going to wash my gloves, but I lied. I didn't wash them. I got to check how I can wash wool gloves. I'm going to put 2 pieces of, these are Power Eggs by Power Bait by Berkeley, and we're just going to cast them out there. Size 8 hook, a little split shot, 4-pound fluorocarbon. I'm just gonna stand over here. Wow, like I said, it's my first time using waders. I feel like Superman or something. Look, I'm just standing next to this hole. I'm gonna let it drift down. Yeah, the gulp. Yeah, all the gulp stuff works. It's like, it's almost sad how good it is. So yeah, I'm gonna cast it out. I'm gonna wait for a bit because I want to put these gloves on. But yeah, I'm happy to see you guys. So tomorrow I'm doing at 9 a.m. I told for 3,000 subscribers I was gonna donate my T cells at the cancer center. So tomorrow, it's a long procedure. It's probably gonna be about 4 or 5 hours. They're gonna put 2 giant needles in me, and they're gonna take out my blood, strip it from T cells, and put it back in me. So tomorrow I'm definitely not streaming. But yeah, I'll make a little update post tomorrow about it. I'm going to New Brunswick Cancer Center at 9 a.m. Before you do that, they have to run a bunch of tests on you too. It's pretty wild. See, yo, Ronio, what's up, man? Long time no see. I'm sorry I missed your stream. I think I missed a couple of your streams. It's like the holiday season gets wild. But look, Ronnie, you're going to be proud of me. I finally, at a ripe age of 41, I have waders and I have wading boots. Dude, I feel so fancy now. No more Amazon boot, like rubber boots. And I'm actually standing in a proper position to fish this water. There's a hole right here. I'm just going to be tossing power bait eggs. If Thule Trout Spring Raiders, his stuff. Yeah, so I don't know if I guys told you, I saved up money. I talked about it. Like that guy came into my stream one time, and not that I asked for it, but he gave me a huge donation. I think it was like $50. YouTube kept half of it, but I saved up a bunch of money for the Black Friday season. For the Black Friday, and I bought a bunch of stuff from Sims that was on clearance. So I did buy the waders used. But then I bought the boots new. I bought these gloves. I think they were like $20. They have gloves. I bought 2 pairs of wool socks, which is what I'm wearing right now, because I'm standing. The water here is probably like 35 degrees. So I was recommended to get wool socks, and I was told if I don't get the proper boots for my waders, eventually my waders were gonna rub through and start leaking. So that's the only reason I bought the wader boots, because I know some guys go fishing in Crocs, which is what my friend does. Yeah, what's going on? I'm not sad. Okay, I don't know what kind of flag that is. What's going on, like, yo? Hikma Tipo. Wow, that's a long name, dude. I can't say that. Is that Kazakhstan? I don't think so. Well, anyways. Hello. Yeah. Ronio's gonna hit us with that depression temperature, probably like 65, 70 degrees right now in Florida. He's probably having to deal with all the snowbirds coming from Jersey and New York and Connecticut right now. I apologize, Ronio, for all the Jersey residents causing trouble. Yeah, but one thing I wish I knew is how amazing waders are. I've been wearing them for about 15 minutes and I'm already feel like I'm a professional fisherman. Just gonna keep throwing these eggs. Maybe I'll let them marinate there a little bit longer. Because see, without waiters, and you know who explained that to me? I think his name is F4C. It's a guy from Jersey who. What I was doing last time, I was standing over there, right, and I was kind of throwing it down current, and I kept getting snagged because I kept trying to pull it out. But the proper way to fish it is to kind of stand along the hole and toss it upstream and let it drift down, and hope for the best. I think that's the right way to do it. You're still running them maypops on them hoops. I don't know what that means. That's a sort of a secret code language. But to answer your question, I don't think so. Oh, that's right, because you're Lake Okeechobee. Most of the New York and Jersey folk, they go to Fort Lauderdale, Miami. You never know, Rania. I might come see you this year. My friends are talking about going to Florida. We went to the Panhandle last year, this year, and it was amazing. So now everybody wants to go back. Your chews with hoes. Happy endings. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Hold on. Let's see. Tip. I think I made it easier for everybody. Oh, no. Let's keep trying. How's everybody doing today? I'm your unemployed friend on Wednesday today. Just sitting in the water knee deep. No, Giles, no fish yet, but we're trying, man. Ronio, are you gonna stream today? What's going on, Quacks and Bomb? Oh, my bad. Well, maybe I wasn't sure what he was talking about. Maybe he was a cool guy. I'm not sure. I just wasn't sure. I apologize. Well, I guess I can't undo it, right? Hold on. Oh, I brought him back. Okay, happy endings. How does that feel to be one of those people that got wrongfully indicted? Because you're back, baby. Don't be mad. I just brought you back. Kid. Hope you're not mad at me. Cloven Beast 5183. I'm fishing for compliments. Hey, Paul. Look, we just work like a United States Justice Department. We just completely banned the dude, mostly because he couldn't type right. Then we realized we did the wrong thing, and we brought him back in. And now he's probably so mad at us, he's probably gonna find me, and that'll be the last day that Grumpy Urker gets to see the earth. I forgot what was his name? Oh wow, that was a great toss. Yeah, the ice river is frozen. Check it out. Look where I'm standing next to. Look, it's in your ice. Yeah, it is pretty thick out there. Paul, it's nice to see you, man. Yeah, Ronnie, we got a problem though. My 7-year-old really got into chess, so now all he wants to do is play chess all day on my other phone. But I'll watch you. He told me sometimes you use potty words. So there you go. There's your customer feedback from a 7-year-old that watches your channel. He did tell about you to his whole first grade class. And yeah, so like I said before, there's a whole class of first graders that knows about Ronya's fishing adventures and how you went to a no limit lake and ended up being kicked out because he caught too much fish. Internet is a funny thing. Oh my God, Paul, I love it. Sikaflex? No, I never use Sika, but I've heard about it. It's pretty pricey. What I'm using is, I got a pair of, I'll show you. I'm using this super cool hat. That's important. That's what gets the fish going. But I'm using these Simms waders that I got used, and I bought these Simms boots on Black Friday. I think I'm going to stop talking about it because I don't want to be showing off. But Paul, it's the first time in my life I'm using waders, and I'm in the river standing and not cold. I chose to torture myself for 20 years before I figured out what to do. All right, let me see how deep I can go with these things. Wow, man, I'm like a Titanic. Ooh, it's getting deeper. What's Sikaflex? Is that like a special, what is that? And these waders are like keeping me warm. I think they have like some sort of material that they use on the liner. I am using big wool socks. My wool socks are like long. They're almost up to my knee. That's what I was told to do. But I'm not cold. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna actually tuck my. We're gonna try to see how deep we can go because I've never, like I said, I'm like Forrest Gump. I find that all the new experience is awesome. I'm actually gonna tuck my shirt and my coat into my waders, and we're gonna see how deep we can go. All right, one more cast up the stream, and I'm gonna wait for it to come down. For those of you just joining me, I'm just using a 4-pound fluorocarbon, fully fluorocarbon. I think it's made by Vanish, Berkeley Vanish. I'm using a Berkeley Power Eggs, little split shot, 4-pound fluorocarbon. I'm just tossing it up the stream, and there's a hole right here. You see that drop off? And I'm just kind of letting it slide through. And fish barely move at this temperature from what I read. So you really have to keep doing it until you finally put it in front of fish's mouth. At least that's what the professionals tell me to do. But the elastic stuff. Yeah, Jules, you come over here with Kate. Jules, I'm telling you, man, you're like my brother from another mother. I don't know if you know what that means in French, but it's a good thing. I think my budget for chest waders with built-in boots is maybe 2028 budget. Right now, I think I have more debt than the whole country of the United States. So I'm gonna, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm super warm though. I'm using waders with special wading boots, and I'm warm. Like no problems at all. I will not be buying any more fishing stuff for the next, I'm gonna say around April, because as a driver, I lose a lot. Right now I'm busy, but my work's really gonna drop off in January and February because that's when people stop traveling. So I'm probably gonna be broke till about, I'd say April. Maybe I'll buy something else. But right now I am set. I'm not buying any more waders. I'm not buying any more boots. I'm just fishing with what I got. And hopefully these Simms waders don't spring a hole in them. Because I heard a lot of people complaining about Simms. That Simms is not what it used to be. Just hide them in the car and see. No, my wife is smart enough to check my credit card receipts. Mrs. Orca is no joke. I do not play with that woman. She's the last person I'll ever marry. I wish. Nah, man. I'm listen. I don't have discipline. I do have discipline, but I let go usually around the holidays, like December and November. End of November, December is when I spend, I'd say 80% of my hobby money because I like to get a deal on Black Friday, and then I also have all the birthdays, my kids' birthdays. It usually hits me hard. That's why January, February, and March are like tough months financially. But I think it's for everybody. And then you get that refund, and you party it up again, right? That's the American life. Oh, look at this. It's beautiful. Hey, thanks, Paul. I appreciate it. Yeah, we don't have that many people in the stream today, but it's not a bad thing because I can actually keep up. I can keep up with the chat today. You know what I really want to do? Hold on, guys. I really want to tuck my coat into my waders and go for a little trip. Hold on. Stay with me. We used felt bottom too, better for the mossy rocks. Oh yeah, I know about felt bottom. So Ranyo, I was planning to buy felt bottom, but I realized that it's more of a luxury for me. I just needed any kind of boot, and felt bottom boots are not cheap, at least here. So I'm probably gonna try to find a pair of. They're also great in the summer too. I was trying. I'm gonna buy a pair of felt bottom boots. I'm gonna see if I can find a pair on Facebook Marketplace in the next couple of months. But yeah, I'm done buying brand new things for a while. I usually, like I said, I bought these Sims waders I used, and they've been worn probably once. I get a message because I hyped your unpacking short with 60. Oh my God! Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it. Ah, man. Thank you very much. I feel you do too much, Paul. I appreciate you, man. How does hyping work? That's a new thing, right? I'll gladly hype your video back. How many hypes do you have per week? I gotta check into that. I've heard about that. All right, let's do one more cast, and then we're gonna move through the water. We're gonna see how deep this place goes. How low can you go? Whoa. Paul, please. Dude, I got you, man. Just you showing up in my streams is good enough, Paul. You know me. I'm easy. I appreciate it, man. I'm very appreciative to all you guys. I gotta check how to do hype videos. I'll return the favor. I have a pair of chest waders with boots they used one time, just sitting in the garage. You want them, they're yours free of charge. No, FNC, I can't, man, because people have been so nice to me on YouTube that I'm telling you, the imposter syndrome is real right now. I'd rather them go to somebody else who doesn't have any waders, because up until like 2 weeks ago, I didn't have any waders, and now I have them. So I think I don't want to be greedy. That's very nice of you, dude. I mean it. I'd rather not be a mooch, and I want to, if you do have them and you probably run into some local guy that could use them, that'll be the nicest thing you can do. See right here, there's a nice hole there, and it keeps, you never know, there might be no fish there. We're just trying to fish for a rock. But I think if there's fish left over, they're gonna be in these holes. Yeah, you guys are too nice. What's going on, Jason J? Sorry, I didn't see you right away. Let's see, man, we're only... Yeah, so I bought a pair of boots just for fishing. They were pretty high boots. Here's the problem. They started leaking after I used them about a dozen times, so definitely outside of the warranty period or return period. And the problem I found was that they started leaking pretty badly. And that's it, you know. And I did pay like $50 for them. So yeah, I got maybe a dozen uses. Maybe I got 20 uses out of them. But they started leaking pretty badly. It was one of those like Yang Ming brands that you can't even spell. But yeah, we're like walking in the deepest part of the river. Check this out. I love waders. It's pretty cool. I don't know if there's any fish here, but this is definitely entertaining. Here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, let's just walk through here. I feel like a freaking Titanic just wading through. What if we just toss it down the stream, which I said I wasn't gonna do. But look, it's nice ice. I think the ice over there is about 2 inches, if not more. Let's see. Paul, are you getting ready to do catfish stream in 10 days? Are you feeding that catfish? I think you're chumming, right? Catfish and carp? I think you're chumming a spot. I just need to know exactly what day you're gonna stream. This way I put it on my calendar, because you support everybody on YouTube, in the YouTube fishing community, to the point where we can't even compete with you. And I definitely want to be there for your stream, because you don't stream often, and I want to be there. It's going to be a priority. You got to get back to pretending to work? All right, well, FNC, I'm sorry you have to leave your unemployed friend on Wednesday, and you go and work. What if I just, I'm not fishing this correctly, I know that. I'm gonna do one more toss down the stream. I should really be just tossing it up the stream, but I really can't. I have no space to stand here. It's about, what, like 2 meters here? And I'm kind of just wading through the river. But it is super cool. My upper body is getting a little cold because I don't really have much protection over there. I feel like I'm having cryotherapy. Ice cream is crazy. Gilles, are you eating ice cream or are you just watching the stream? But this river gets pretty wild. You can see how, like, this current just deposits all these trees up here every time it rains pretty badly. You definitely don't want to be here when it rains hard. So yeah, it's about, let's say, 6 feet here. I'm just gonna slowly drag it up the stream. I don't think there's a fish there, but there's another hole I'm gonna walk you guys towards. And then we'll come back. I'll try fishing with a gulp minnow. Maybe we'll get some rock bass or a smallmouth bass. See you, FNC, once again. Thanks for stopping by, man. Do you use snow cream? I don't eat yellow snow. That is one thing I don't do. The yellow snow is not good. All right, let's walk through this. Wow, look at this. I'm telling you, I'm like a little kid. I just bought a pair of waders, and here I am in the river in 30-degree temperature, just wading through. I wonder if there's any fish in here. All right, I'm gonna stand over here. Let me see if I can break this. Oh yeah, all right. Oh, this is very therapeutic. This is very therapeutic. All right, very therapeutic. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna wait for a little bit. Paul says, very well, busy today. I put the Christmas tree, did the front garden with 10,000 lights, and bring all 3 kids to Christmas dinner on school, and bring my girl away to the pub. She's gonna drink. Nice. Nice. Good job, Paul. You did more than I can probably do in a week. 10,000 lights is no joke, dude. So we're gonna stand here, and I'm gonna cast it upstream. That's where we just came from. I'm not sure if it's a wise idea, but I don't really see it. Like, I'm gonna cast it upstream and just let it slowly drift down. All right, so one observation is that if you do go in waders in 30-degree weather, make sure you put 2 layers on of, like, if you have those thermals, put them under your waders because my socks are working amazing, but in the middle, I think my body is about 30 degrees. Snow cream is the thing, cocoa, sugar, and a tad of milk. I didn't know that, Rania. See, a person from Florida is teaching me about snow cream. I didn't know that. Oh, hold on, that's not a fish. That is not fish. All right, we'll be back here. Let's go to fish another hole. There's another good hole I can fish. You never know, we might catch a trout. We're just wading through, man. This place is beautiful. Oh, I think the color lights from my front garden you can see in the States now. Nice. No, Gilles, we cannot skate on it. I know you're trying to get me to. I think Gilles, his son, is a big-time hockey player. You see this? Not ready to skate, my friend. Oof. Okay, I don't think that was a good idea because I'm going to be fishing downstream and I just dislodged a huge piece of ice. Not clear thinking. Look. All right, hold on. Let me walk to the side. Because basically I'm going to catch this piece of ice down the stream. Hold on. I can see you. Hey, how you doing? Window. Okay, I'm trying to read this. Window Aramesh. Hold on, Rania. I got to print screen your recipe for snow ice. Snow cream is a real thing. Cocoa, sugar, and a tad of milk. Add to snow, mix in a bowl, splash a lemon. Okay, you know what, Rania? Let me print screen that. And if it snows again, I'm going to do it. No, it's really nice of you, Paul, that you got your house ready for Christmas. I don't have 10,000 lights. I think I have about, how many I have? Maybe I have 1,000. That's it. I spend the rest of my money on boots. Oh wait, there's a hole here. Hold on. So the hole I really want to fish is right there. But before we go there, I'm gonna fish this hole right here. Wow. What's great about ice is that if you overcast, look, I just overcasted that hole and my thing is sitting on ice. You just slide it over and drop it right there, right into the current. That's one great thing about ice fishing. I mean, fishing with ice on the river. Let's see. We got 69 people in the chat. If you guys want to help me out, double tap the screen, give me a like. Yeah, but from now on, I'll never go out without waders again. Waders are amazing. I don't know why it took me so long to start using them. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a little bobber on the line. Hold on, guys. Let me put my Leatherman away. I just have a chest pack on me right now. And I didn't even bring my net today. But I figured if I catch a fish, I'm in the water, I can probably land it pretty easily. And I was going to release anything I catch today anyway. All right, let's throw a little bobber on. Hold on. My hands are not even cold. I think it's about the air temps are about high 30s. All right, let me cast this. I gotta text my wife back real quick. So I'm gonna cast this upstream and just let it come down. Okay, perfect. And I gotta check what my wife said. All right, let's see. One second, guys. I apologize. Yeah. One second. All right. Oh, I got stuck on ice. Great. Well, I was not paying attention. I apologize. I got stuck. See, if I got stuck fishing like that or fishing off the bank, I'd have to get in the water, get my feet wet, do the whole thing. But now, I don't have to do that. Hey, Creek Seeker Fishing, thanks for 100. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. All right, let's go try another hole. You like the panorama, Jules? Yeah, I know. Can you believe we're in Jersey? Oh my God. I just caught myself on a piece of ice. Oh. I know there's no fish here. It's pretty shallow here, but there's a deep hole over there that we're gonna fish. There's a couple of deep holes I want to try here. There should still be fish left over from the stocking. We caught one last week, and we're in the best position to catch one now. There's nobody here. I think everybody gave up on fishing for now. So there's a nice, you see that wash? I really want to fish that. And I'm going to use a bobber just to see where my stuff is going. And I'm assuming he's going to drag it right along that edge. Let's see. Hey, Creek Seeker, thanks for another 100. I appreciate that. Fishing Quan, what's up, man? Sorry, I missed that. Yeah, I've lived 40 years on this earth. I've never heard of snow cream. I thought that was a joke. You guys know I'm not the sharpest guy in the world. So yeah, my bobber is kind of slowly going through that. And it's just carrying that power bait about 5 inches off the bottom. It's actually like right there. You can see it. Huh. Yeah, that's pretty good. So it's perfectly trailed right around the ice, and now it's over there. If I was to try it, I'd eat it. But look how pretty this is. Check this out. It's like something out of the Frozen movie. Check this out. Look. Hey, Ronyo, thanks for the GLHF. I'm not sure what it is, but hey, F4C, what's going on? The waders are amazing. It's my first time using them. How you doing, Emmons Marty? So F4C, I mentioned you, and I remember the technique you told me in your live stream, and I'm kind of doing that now. I casted it. There's a little hole here. I don't know if there's trout in there, just to be clear, but I casted it over there, and I just let it slowly go around the bend. I'm gonna do it again. The only problem is I'm caught on ice. Oh, now I'm under ice. Okay, here we are. I'm using probably the best bait that's gonna work. I'm using a garlic scented power bait eggs. I'm not a big time power bait fisherman, but I think that's what's gonna work if you put it in front of them. Okay, man. I'll try to. Yeah, I figured I wasn't gonna play around with anything that doesn't have good scent. We do use those in the spring. Like I don't use them much. I still have the same can for the past 2 years, I think, and it's still mostly full. But my kid and I, we put two of them on a size 8 hook in the spring. When I'm fishing with him, just like that, we go to a lake and just absolutely nonstop bites from the stock trout in the spring. You can catch 6 fish on the same power bait egg. That's why we don't even use that much. All right, hold on. I'm just gonna keep walking I'm on North Branch again because it's the closest one to my house. But look, F4C, I'm fancy now, dude. Look, I even got the Simms boots that I got on Black Friday. I was told not to use Simms waders. I got a pair of Simms waders. I was told not to use them without proper boots because they will rub through and start leaking. So I listened to that advice and I waited, saved up money, and got the Simms boots. All right, hold on. Now we got a problem. Hold on. Let's see. Still got 69 people in the chat. It's pretty nice. Oh no, is that a tire? Oh, come on, man. Well, that's how you know you're in Jersey. Check it out. There's a tire right there. You know? I would pull it out, but not right now. I'm gonna get so cold if I try to get it out. I'm just not interested in doing that right now. I've been here before. I've never seen that tire here. But yeah, if South Branch of Raritan River is absolutely full of them. There's a guy that does pretty good cleanup. His name is Andrew Still. He goes out there with his kid and with a group of people, and they clean up the the South Branch. But I haven't seen a tire. I'm gonna take this tire out. I'm gonna say in the spring. I physically can't do that right now. I'm just gonna be completely wet. That's sad. All right, let's get out of here. So I started doing what F4C told me not to do. Started standing upstream and tossing it. It's a little hard here because my line gets caught on the ice. There's not a hole I want to try. I'm gonna try tossing it over there. Maybe it'll find its way over there. Let's try it. Hey, F4C, if you're listening, I want to try to make my way to the Muscatine River. I think that's where I'll have the best luck right now. But there's two factors. One, it's about a 45-minute drive for me. And two, if I don't have service there, I can't live stream. So I'll still try to get out there and just fish it to see if I can find a decent spot. I've never fished there before. But yeah, I'd like to try because I hear about a lot of people catching fish there in the winter. All right, let's go through the ice. Whew, wow. Yeah, so the ice is only about 1.5 inches right now. And I just dislodged a giant piece. Hopefully it doesn't go into the stream where I'm planning to fish. And it is going to the stream. You see this? I created a natural event. Next thing you know, I'm going to be like Squirrel from Ice Age. I'm going to start off the next flood. Huh. My bait is slowly trailing down the stream, which is perfect. Just going to open up the bail and let it keep flowing. All right, the chat went dead. Anybody still here? I hope so. I think I picked up a good old tree fish. Ah, come on. There we go. All right, first fish of the day. Just kidding. It's the tree. All right. Huh. All right, I'm going to cast it up the stream again. Let it come down. Is anybody still in the stream? You guys went quiet. I'm not seeing activity in the chat, so in case you guys are wondering why I'm not responding, the last message I see is from F4C that says good choice. That's it. Damn. So unfortunately, I dislodged this giant piece of ice, which now covered up my fishing spot. This thing is gigantic. Look at this piece. So I just made that crack over there, and now I can't fish here. And I also got my line stuck. So I'm going to move this piece of ice. Try to get my line out. Look at this thing. All right, the line's out. Alrighty then. Let's see. I'm just going to keep walking down this river. Maybe we'll find another spot to fish. Okay, you see that? I cracked that ice, and now that hole is like impossible to fish. So, lesson learned. Do not crack big pieces of ice. Look at this thing. Let's go find another spot. Ooh, maybe I'll be able to walk on this ice. Hold on. Oh no, we're gonna fall through. Oh no. What do you guys think? That's a lot of sounds. So yeah, I can't read the chat. I'm actually walking on ice right now. But the last message I see is from the F4C that says good choice. So if you're writing in the chat, YouTube screwed me over. I'm walking on ice right now though. Check this out. Now, I'm probably going to fall through the ice now. Let's see. So I apologize that I'm not responding. I might have to restart the stream. But right now, look, I'm just going to skip this down the ice. Check this out. Whee! Oh, no, that didn't work. I thought it was going to work. Let's try it again. Whee! All right. So my bobber is right there. And Probably see it. All right, so I'm 100% positive that the chat on my phone is frozen. So here's what we're gonna do. Probably, well, I'm still standing on ice, but I don't think it's gonna be like that for much longer. What I'll do is I'm gonna restart the stream. So if you can hear me, just check my channel in the next 2 minutes. And probably less. I'm just gonna restart the stream because I don't want you guys to think I'm not ignoring you. I just can't read anything because my chat is absolutely frozen. All right, I'll be right back.